Good morning YouTube. Just doing a little update video on just not all my tarantulas but the majority of my tarantulas, just because I haven't done any videos for a while about anything specifically, so I just thought I'd let you guys know how everything's going. So we'll start off with my Avicularia laeta, so check this out. Okay, so since the last time I recorded a video of my laeta, I think I've had 2 molts out of her. Last time I had the tank set up where I had the 2 bits of wood coming up. There's like a peak in the middle there, but I've decided to change it because she was getting a bit bigger, so I just had it, I don't know if you can see, that's just going up to the side there, and you can see the amount she has webbed up this. It's pretty awesome. She's eating real well, real feisty little tarantula. She was just running around this tank actually before when I was, you can see that's where her den is. Just down there. She pretty much hides down there the whole time, but having the tank set up this way allows me to see her a lot more, which is kind of nice. And I love the amount she's worked up. It's just awesome. For this setup I've got 4 ventilation holes on either side there, plus in the lid I have 5 vent holes there. I've had no problems whatsoever. I tend to keep this tarantula slightly on the drier side, based on some information given to me by Elaine on RFUK, and it's doing real well on it. So if anyone's not too sure, that's how I keep mine, and I've had no problems whatsoever. So yeah, I'm going to need to upgrade this one I think fairly soon. I'm going to see how big she gets on the next molt, but I think I'll probably need to upgrade it. But yeah, cheers. Let's move on to the next one. Okay, next we have my Avicularia diversipes, otherwise known, or previously known as Avicularia fasciculata. It was reclassified not too long ago. This is the spider I bought off of Elaine. I hope she's watching this so she can see how it's doing. It's just in there, you can see where he's hiding now. It's in pre-molt. I discovered this not too long ago when I tried to feed her a roach, and she flew out the tank. I mean, I'm not even kidding, came out the bottom of there and just ran all the way out, around the side of the tank up to the top in a matter of seconds. I mean, this thing is lightning fast, faster than any Avic I've got, easily, and much more psychotic than any Avic I've got. This thing is just insane. I love it, absolutely love it. Again, I keep this similarly to my laeta on the dry side. Again, recommended to me by Elaine. The substrate's not completely bone dry. I give this a light spraying once a week. I've got the water bowl there. I want to get my laeta into a tank of this sort, but I bought this off my friend who made it himself, so I don't think he's going to have any more to say on for sale, unfortunately. But I'd like to get my laeta in a tank like this. She's doing real well. I'll get a video once it's molted. I'm quite kind of excited to see how big she gets. So and what the colours are like. So that should be pretty cool. But yeah, doing real well this one. Really happy. Really good feeder. When it is feeding, really good feeder. Highly recommend this to anyone that likes Avics or Arboreals. This thing is just an awesome tarantula. Highly recommended. Alright, let's go on to the next one. Okay, so while we're going down the Avic theme, this is my mature male versicolor that I got back off of Jen, who has a mature female that we were breeding. I got him back, what, must have been about a week ago? Yeah, I think it was last week. I had a lot of successful breedings apparently, she said, so fingers crossed we should have some slings off of these guys, which would be pretty cool. There's another bloke actually who's got a mature female that I need to get in touch with who might be interested, so I'll send him a message and hopefully get him sent just after Christmas. But this thing is a stunner. Absolutely love this. This is probably my favourite tarantula I've got in my collection. I just think the temperament combined with the looks of this thing, it's just amazing. It's such a beautiful tarantula, and I definitely recommend these guys to anyone. Some people say they can be a bit aggressive, and yeah, they can. But then each tarantula has its own personality, so you can never be too sure. I mean, you could get a Mexican curly hair that are usually catatonic, but you know, you're always going to get one that's pretty suicidal. So, but you know, generally these guys are pretty pretty solid tarantulas. I love them personally, and whether they're psychotic or not, they're beautiful tarantulas, and there's no need to be handling them that much anyway, so it shouldn't matter what their temperament's like, really. But these guys I recommend big time. Keep them pretty humid. He's actually not got any webbing in this tank at the moment. He did have he did have a bit of webbing behind that log here, but when I got him out for breeding, I had to tear that out. So I don't know if he'll web it up again or not. We'll see. But really happy I got this guy back, and yeah, I'll let you know if I send him out for breeding again. Alright, let's go on to my last Avic next, my Amazonica. Cheers. Alright guys, this is my final Avic I've got, my Avicularia SP Amazonica that I've got, my Spiderling. I bought him from the spider shop as I think it was a first instar, tiny little thing, back in May. And I had him kept, I don't know if you guys remember, in one of these little things. In fact, it was this particular one. You can see the name on it. I don't know if you can see that, but this guy's doing really well. A friend of mine bought one at the same time as I did, and his one died. But I've had absolutely no problems with mine whatsoever. Really good feeder, no problems molting. I generally keep it quite dry, but I've started keeping it a little bit more humid. As you can see, I've upgraded it to this tank here because it's just getting so much bigger now. But it's doing really well, really well. I absolutely love this one. The colours are phenomenal. It's such a beautiful little sling. You can see there, look at that abdomen. What a stunning tarantula that is. Again, I recommend these guys. I recommend most of the Avics, to be honest. They're all, you know, generally they're all really good tarantulas for beginners, especially if you wanted to get into the arboreals. They're definitely the way to go. And I've had absolutely no problems with these guys. Can't wait for it to get up to adult size, because these fellas get huge. We're talking about 9 inches. I don't know if anyone's seen Dobo's videos, but Dobbo, whatever. He's just bought an adult female, and it's massive. It's massive. So yeah, these guys are wicked. Highly recommend them. Alright, let's go on to the next one. Okay, next we have my green bottle blue. I haven't done a video, apart from the competition entry I entered, I haven't done a video on this guy in a while. As you can see, webbed up loads in this tank. Really happy with it. Sealed itself off. Come up to, he's in pre-molt, this fella. When I could see a fella bloke, I don't know what sex it is, but when I could see her, the abdomen was, you could see the skin coming up through. So I'm hoping, because I'm going home for Christmas on Christmas Eve, because I'm working on Christmas Eve, so I'm going home after my shift at work. I'm hoping it molts before I leave. I'll be gutted if it doesn't, because it'll, no my luck, this thing will molt just after I leave or something like that. But fingers crossed, it'll molt just before I go to work, just before I leave for Christmas. I'll be pretty gutted if it doesn't. But this fella's doing so well. Eats really well, no problems whatsoever on that. You keep him dry. You don't have to worry about humidity. Perfect beginner tarantula. Stunning looking. Can't handle these fellas. Would never recommend handling them. But again, you know, you don't need to be handling tarantulas, so it's not necessary. But I recommend these guys. Alright, I'm running out of space on my memory card, so I'm going to have to move on swiftly. Brachypelma vagans, another one of my tarantulas that is in pre-molt at the moment. Refused food not too long ago, which is very unusual for this species. It's getting pretty massive now. Looking beautiful, absolutely stunning. However, I'm not too sure. I've been considering selling this fella, but I'm not 100% sure. I'm still very much on the fence. Same with my Ground Stola Polcra sling. I think I'll probably hang on to them, but I don't know. I may go the other way. I may decide to sell them. I'm finding myself much more attracted to the arboreals. But look out for a video after this guy's molted. He's going to be huge, I think. Absolutely huge. But yeah, let's move on to the next. Cheers.